Good morning, everyone. Swiftcal playing some more Pokémon Reborn. We'll hopefully be wrapping up the Shaman quest. We've collected 5 Shaman. We've defeated the Anomaly Shaman to transform the field. Collected a bunch of Shaman flowers. And now we are ready to hopefully complete this cure. Using these samples, I should have enough material to synthetically cross-pollinate and produce an entire proper garden in this environment. This would normally take a while, but as long as Lumia is in stable condition, there's no need to rush. We can take our time making sure the compounds we need develop properly, and she's going to be okay. Oh no. What incarnations are all these garbage plants doing here? They grew here? Sorry, who are you? The name's Incognesia Craudburry, simpleton. Now wipe that moronic, slack-jawed look off your face this instant, or I'll slap you stupid myself. I was just minding my own business on what was supposed to be a peaceful walk when I noticed that hulking gate of light sitting in Seacrest's stinking garden. If I knew he was growing some kind of occultist devil portal there, I would have never quit salting his earth with piss and dung water. Unauthorized occultist devil portals are clear violations of city building code. I should have known that lily liver good for nothing Smarbasaur would be out here raising a ruckus again. I bet he's just doing this to get back at me. You know the old man? Oh, I knew him all right. Back in the day, I had old Seacrest wrapped around my finger. Wrapped around a few other things too, if you catch my drift. But then he ripped out my heart and shat on it. Yeah, I'm sorry I asked. Look, we're kind of in the middle of something here. Would you mind stepping aside and letting us finish? Oh, dearie, well, why didn't you just say so? Because as a matter of fact, I wouldn't mind. Think old Craudburry's gonna stand aside and let you practice your arcane devil magic? Well then, honey, you got... You got something else coming. I'm gonna raise this entire putrid garden to the goddamn devil stone it's grown from. When I'm done, I'll torch the whole place till the only thing left is smoldering remains of your hopes and devil summoning dreams. Right, so much for taking our time growing things. Looks like we're gonna have to find a way to grow the compounds we need while dealing with this menace. You must be familiar with the flower garden field effect, right? Right? You'll need to find a way to take her on, and specifically end the battle at the maximum stage of growth. This was not an expected obstacle, but I'm afraid we'll have to count on you once more. Okay. So. Flower garden field. There are 5 stages of growth. Several attacks raise the stage of growth by 1. You may have noticed when I was, or in the last video, that Toby, our Latias, knows water sport. This is why. Drizzle, Drought, Flower Gift, and Flower Veil also activated. Cut, X Scissor, reduce it. And burning, a lot of abilities will create a burning field unless you have water sport. Now the big trick here is rain would also be good, but rain plus sun makes it into a rainbow field, which also cancels out the flower field. So, oh, and acid downpour will reset it to stage 1. Craudburry's team has all of this. Literally, that entire list of things that reduces it, everything on her team has cut or heat wave pretty much. So, we've got our own team here. Geo is pretty much here to psychic down her poison types. Drew can set drought with Charizard Y. Charizard Y, when it Mega Evolves, it sets drought, which will raise it by 1. And Flamethrower does not trigger Burning Field, so we can use that against her grass types if we need to. Also has Solar Beam, which could be useful, I'm not sure. Nick has Chlorophyll, which is always active, and the Gracium Z will let him use Bloom Doom. Sludge Bomb can also be useful against some of the other opposing Pokemon. Mr. Ed is here to deal with her fire types. I figured Water Shuriken is a pretty powerful move that goes first. It's a priority move. So there's a decent chance that we can use that to get through her water types, or her fire types. Like I said, our big star here is hopefully going to be Toby using Water Sport. Weakens fire type moves for 5 turns. Now the big thing here is we need to make sure that we can keep using this, and it reduces damage to fire from fire type moves and prevents them from setting the field on fire. So as soon as she switches a fire type in, we're bringing Toby in and using Water Sport. And last but not least, we have Monkey, who is here pretty much just to waterfall and earthquake the crap out of things. That's where we're at. That's my plan. Let's see if it works. Fire, Scourge, and Dung Water. I'll burn this devil house to oblivion and back, no matter how many times it takes. So, one of the things with this fight, with that victory condition, you don't win until you clear the objective. You have to do the fight again if you don't end at level 5 on the garden. Okay, so she's bringing in Torkoal. We're gonna bring in Toby. Drought intensifies Raise, which grows the garden. Water Sport. Fire's power was weakened, and it grows the garden. Heat Wave triggers, but does not set the garden on fire. Okay. I'll take it. Amoonguss, we're gonna switch back to Geo. Like I said, Geo is gonna be our Poison Slayer. It doesn't really get... There aren't a lot of ways to just hit harder than an Alakazam, right? There's a reason it's a classic. Heatmore. I think at this point we want to send in... She's down to 2 Pokemon. Now this is going to be a little bit tricky because honestly, Crobat is her last Pokemon, and that's a little bit trickier to get set up on, I think. Let's go ahead and bring Monkey in here. That should knock out Heatmore in one shot. Sunlight faded, Water Sport faded, Crobat is coming in. We're gonna bring Toby back in because we need to get Water Sport back up. Then we're gonna bring Drew in. I think there's one more stage left. I think we're at 4. Shouldn't do much to Nick. We're gonna go ahead and Bloom Doom. It's not gonna be very effective. We might be in trouble. Can I risk this? I think the answer is no. Actually, I think I'm just doomed. Because if he uses Heat Wave here, we're just in trouble. And he's probably going to use Heat Wave here. So now we have to wait. That's part of why I didn't want Crobat last. We're gonna have to switch Drew back in at some point here to get that boost from Drought. So we have a little bit left on Taunt. I guess let's just bring Drew in now. That'll give us a Protect. We have to wait out the Burning Field, which should take 5 turns. I think? I guess maybe it doesn't change back. That's also a possibility. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's changing back, which is a problem. So I think the one thing I didn't look up then, that was my bad on the oversight. I thought we had... So we're gonna have to fight her again. So we need to figure out how to get rid of Burning Field, just in case. Defog. We have the move available even. We just need to be able to get past the... Tailwind will do it, Surf will do it. Okay, so actually what I'm gonna do is get a backup. Because you know what? You can't taunt attack moves. That also gives me a chance to grab the telluric seeds that I forgot to put on last time. These also grow one stage. And honestly, I think I'm gonna put them on... No, we're good. We're good. Let's see if we can do it with this. I think this is gonna do it. Honestly, I think this is more than we needed. We just need... The main thing we need to do is just time out my water sport so that I'm back in when I need to use it again. Well, no, because the taunt... Yeah, whatever. Torkoal. I'm actually gonna do something a little different this time. Just because I want to try and lure out their Pokemon in a slightly different way. So it's gonna use Heat Wave. What? Why didn't it burn down? It doesn't start on fire until you get to the higher tiers. Okay, that's even better to know. Because that means I don't need to get the water sport up until a little bit later. Amoonguss is one of the ones that gives, or that will reduce it back down to 1. So that's an important one to just get rid of. Genuinely not sure why they brought Quillfish out there. Okay, so that should leave them with Heatmore and Crobat. We're gonna bring Toby in. I'm gonna Water Sport. That's gonna raise the garden. I have an important question here. I'm actually now realizing I'm curious. Yeah, I think it starts at level 1, which means we don't need to boost it 5 times. We need to boost it 4 times, which means I think we were actually at the point we needed to be at last time. Okay, so that was 3 rounds of water sport. So I think we should be good if we do Bloom Doom. It's gonna do it right now, isn't it? I'm just in trouble. Because I'm going to do a switch, and it's already going to be too late. Okay, so I think what I do then is I bring in Mr. Ed. Surf. But that kills Crobat. And it is back to level 1. Oh man, yep, this is gonna be as annoying as I was thinking it was gonna be. So part of my problem here is Crobat is fast. I'm trying to think if there's a good way around Taunt with my water sport. And I don't think there is. I think the answer is I just need to make sure that the turns after I use water sport are used murdering all the Pokemon in the way. I also think my original comment here, I need to get that Telluric Seed. Refresh the Telluric Seed, and I needed 2 of them. Because I want 1 on Toby. Wait, why is Toby not... It's Synthetic Seed, isn't it? I had the wrong seed on. That would have actually been able to do that otherwise. Okay, let me make sure this is right. Field notes, flower garden, synthetic seed. I was wrong. Oracle. We can't... It can't actually hurt me yet. So we're gonna go... Or it can't burn the field down yet, so we're gonna go ahead and just switch right into this. And Earthquake. Amoonguss. I'm actually gonna do something a little bit out of order this time. I think this is still going to activate even though the sun is still out, but I don't know that for sure. The important thing here is if it does work, that lets me flamethrower instead of... That gets me that one stage without having an awkward Pokemon that I have to bring in Drew against. Heatmore. We're going in a different order now. That's good. So I think I should be able to bring in Monkey here. Oh wait, no, we need to get the... Well, as long as we finish this guy off, that means that now, if they bring in Crobat next, my dreams are coming true. My dreams are coming true. I don't know if we're faster. It used Heat Wave, that's bad. But now we've got time to set up. Okay, so we're gonna bring Monkey in. Intimidate is gonna cut his attack, and we're gonna use Surf. Gyarados does not have very good special attacks, so this shouldn't kill. That was a Throat Chop, which I was not expecting. Drought. Synthetic seed. And grain. Uses waterfall. Use water sport. That's gonna grow at one more step. Can't be switched out because of ingrain. Okay. At least it grows the garden either way. Okay, that works. We should be fine. I think that's where we need it to be. There, we've got the level of growth we needed. Okay, good. So I was right. I could have just done it the first time if I just attacked instead of trying to protect. Oh well. Craudburry just exploded? No, on second thought, I'm not going to ask any more questions about anything that just transpired. Eve? Are you okay? I heard that noise. What happened? No, everything's okay. There's no need for concern. Weren't you going to be waiting elsewhere? I was worried, okay? Oh, hi there, cuties. Shami. They're really okay? No mutations, no restraints, no harm. That floor girl had some decent theories. I'm sure she has a bright future ahead of her. Though personally, I'm surprised the shaman haven't just wandered off. Maybe they know we needed their help. Thank you for all your support. So you seem better. I'm sorry for how I reacted before. I was thinking about it and I realized that maybe the thing I'm most uncomfortable with is having you do all the work for me. I know what happens to me affects you too, but this is my body and I just want to be able, and I don't want to just sit around and be saved by you all the time. So I've decided I'm not going to accept any cure you make. What? I'm going to make it myself. Ah, you could show me how and you could help, but I'm going to be the one to actually make it. I'm going to cure myself, okay? It hasn't even been that long since we were separated, but you've grown up really fast. Understood, I'll teach you everything. The shaman have already done their part. Let's let them go and then we can begin. May take some time. That's okay. I think soon I'll have all the time in the world. That's really cute. We get a shaman. Which is another one of those all 100s mythicals. I am looking around. I've been looking around a little bit. I'm not 100% sure how we're building shaman out, but I do think we're going to be using shaman at some point. It has some good abilities. We're going to be breaking down the petals to isolate the chemical compound. I mean, I'm going to be breaking them down. You can supervise, but I'm doing this myself. Yes, of course. I remember some of this stuff from when we were stuck together, but it makes more sense now. How did you ever learn all this stuff yourself? Same way anybody learns anything, I suppose. Lots of study, practice, time, lots of mistakes. And a lot of reason to learn it properly as fast as possible. Okay. Well, that was a really cool fight. And that was the one I was most worried about for obvious reasons. And it's the one I was the most excited about because a lot of the battles use the fields in interesting ways that make you rethink how the battle works. This is the first time we've had like this almost mini game requirement within the battle itself. And I kind of hope we see more like this, where it's like, you know, do this without... Oh. Did you just make that windy old bag explode? I mean, sure, all this wholesome niceness is enough to make your heart sore, but I'm pretty sure if this sickly sweet positivity goes on any further, mine is getting jettisoned straight from my ribcage, leaving me bleeding out on the ground, kind of like that old lady. I mean, speaking of hearts soaring, I think I can see her shooting off into the void from here. You basically just killed someone, right? Are you really just gonna try and rationalize around that because she yelled at you once or twice? It's not like I meant for that to happen. I didn't have a choice. You're being unfair. Tell yourself that if you want. You definitely had a choice. You didn't have to beat Craudburry like that. No one was making you finish the quest. You just decided it was worth it because you liked one person better than the other. What's wrong with that? Everyone does it. If no one was willing to make sacrifices, we'd all be banging flint on stone in a cave somewhere. Don't worry, I understand. I'm on your side. After all, who do you think made this world to even have things for a cure in the first place? Maybe I wanted to save Lumi too. Anna never did that. You're welcome. Oh, okay. Okay, Len. I'm pretty sure Craudburry did that to herself. So yeah, we've got 2 new Pokemon from this quest. Cortana, which, as you can see, has stupidly high attack. Not great speed, but that's just what you have to balance out. And it has a lot of good moves available. These are not those good moves, but if I remember correctly, it has some really good moves. And Beast Boost is anytime you knock out a Pokemon, its highest stat goes even higher. Shaman, on the other hand, like I said, 282, it should be 282 across the board, except for its plus and minus there. And so Seed Flare is interesting. It's a low accuracy, but good otherwise. It has Natural Cure, which means it can switch in and out really easily to get boosts. But I think I'm more interested in what its variation is. The Sky form, which is the one we fought, where it gets like its ears pop up and it flies with them apparently. But yeah, it's got a lot of decent moves. It ends up with good special attack and speed in Sky form. And it's Grass Flying in that form, which is okay. And it gets Serene Grace in that form, which is the important part. Serene Grace gives you higher chance of moves landing if they have secondary effects. So Seed Flare is almost guaranteed to have a harsh drop to special defense. Air Slash has a 60% chance to flinch, which is really good. Those are, I think, the main 2, but just being able to reliably flinch is really scary. And having it on a stab flying move is pretty solid. So yeah, those are both strong possibilities. We're not going to be using them right now, but we'll be using them down the road. I think that's going to do it for now. Next time, we're going to be starting one of the longer quests. There's a lot of those coming up. So we're going to be doing, I believe, all of the Genesect. The Genesect quest, you have to beat it in all of its forms based on its held items. So I think it's going to be a big one. I think it's going to be a long one, but I'm really excited by it as well. Hopefully you are excited as well. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. We're wrapping up Eichenfell this week, I believe, based on when this is coming out. After Eichenfell, we're going to be playing Final Fantasy IV Pixel Remaster during the week. I'm going to be on a podcast talking about it. I'm wanting to play through on the channel as well before I talk about it. Kind of have like a little bit of a crossover thing going there. Then it's going to be my 7th anniversary on YouTube. I haven't completely decided what I'm doing for that yet, but I have a couple things in mind for special games. Probably some sort of randomizer, and will almost almost certainly we'll have to see how it plays and how it records, but the Celeste devs came out with a new game recently, just like a little freebie, so I'm gonna probably try that out. And then after all of that, we're gonna be doing 7th Saga, which is an awesome, challenging JRPG SNES game. And I'm gonna continue playing Reborn every weekend. I don't know how many episodes. Like this weekend, obviously, you got a few bonus. Like this was a long weekend. And some of them are gonna be just 1 or 2 episodes. It'll just be the flow of where the quests go. So yeah. I think I already started my outro, but then I went off, so if you're having fun, like and subscribe. We're almost at 500. If you check out the rest of the content on my channel. I know there's a lot of people who are watching this and not a lot of people who've been watching some of the other stuff that's been coming out. You might like it. And as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.